blessed. Wake up thanking God, he showed me how to reinvest. All this stress, I was giving game to you peons from the gate. Use my own self as examples, I live raw and never hate.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of TNC Reacts. Today is Monday Motivation, and we're going to be talking about a video that was actually released probably over a week ago. I'm just now getting to it. I took a break. I take a lot of these breaks and I come back. But it was a lady going off about the new trend about quarter zips, right? So I want you to check the video out and then we'll get back to it, all right?
Like, maybe I'm too woke, but I don't find the quarter zip shit funny because I also didn't find it funny a couple years ago when all those black men put on suits and then stood around in suits. I don't understand what men in general, but especially black men's obsession is with defining themselves by their clothing and not really actively doing any. It's not deeper than just like, well, we can put on suits. I can also put on a suit. What is the point that you're trying to make here? Like, it's like costume. Like, let's dress up as the social idea of success or productivity or decent, productive human being. I don't know. I don't even understand what y'all are trying to communicate to us. Y'all are constantly like essentially dressing up as white men. Like, that's kind of the underlying idea. Suits, quarter zips, like associating yourself with this like stereotypically white style. Hello? Do y'all not see how that's, one, offensive to you as a black person, upholds white supremacy, but is also reductive of your like humanness? I don't know. It's like everything all the time with them. Nothing latches.
This is the problem. I really want to say something to the lady outside of being just respectful and intelligent, but really it's just a stupid response. You're not, oh, maybe I'm too woke. You're not. I'm sorry. Whatever you think you are, you're not there. Because 100 years ago, and less than that, we have always dressed in a manner that was acceptable, i.e., suits, ties, nice jackets, vests, all of that. Go look at pictures from us 100 years ago, then look up to watch Harlem Nights. Look at how we dressed in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. It was only up until the 90s where we started doing the extra baggy clothes, sagging them, all of these different things, the non fitted clothing. So for her to make it sound like we're trying to cosplay or be wannabes and act like white people is the same stupid rhetoric that always exists when we maintain ourselves in a certain way. Actually, I want to shout out them young cats that are wearing that clothing because one, clothing represents your mind state, whether you want to believe it or not. If I'm wearing baggy clothes, got my drawers showing, got all of these things happening, do you think you would actually want to deal with me as an individual? Probably not. That's not a cultural thing that we want to represent, anyways, because that's based on jail and prison stuff. When they said you were sagging your pants, that meant they could see that you were wanting to, have some extracurricular activities with another guy. That's what that actually represented in prison. And then those people from prison brought it out here thinking it was the same thing when it wasn't. Depends on who you ask. That's what my grandfather told me, and I've heard that story told a lot over the years. Then, you know, now you have this thing where they're saying, I don't understand how every time we do something, it always goes back to us wanting to be white. We like anime, we want to be like Asians and white people and nerds. Oh, we like classical music, you're trying to be this. These are just who we are. We are a multicultural group. We not only create a lot of stuff, but we also make other things blow up when we actually start talking and getting into those same things. There's a lot of things that people didn't even pay attention to until we started doing it. And now you got these young kids that are breaking away from these poo shiesty masks, these Y end behaviors, and now we're trying to be white. I just don't get it. It's people like that jump on social media that make that somehow they say, see, that represents your group. That represents all of y'all. That one person, that rotten apple, rotten eggs, whatever you want to use, represents the entirety of the group because they want to speak on something that the youngsters that are doing that is positive. those young boys that are dressing like that will be looked at as business minded because they have professional attire on. They will have better opportunities than said dude, corner boy, YN, water boy, whatever these names you want to give them now. They will have a better opportunity. So people like you need to stop talking down on people who actually try to do better in the community, because that really brings up crabs and a bucket mentality. I'm sorry, that's just what it is, and you represent the problem that exists. Instead of downing those young men, how about you show them love? Hey man, shout outs to you for actually getting dressed, putting on some nice clothes. Yes, clothing represents everybody, just like hair represents a woman, eyelashes, makeup, clothing, all of that represents y'all as well. It's both sides of a coin. Like, I'm gonna have to stop before I start being, rude or trying to say something about that young lady, but she's just not there yet. Maybe when she gets older and less woke or more woke, whichever one you want to use, maybe she'll see the mistakes in what she said on that video. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Is these young men getting dressed in these quarter zips an actual problem, or do you think this is actually beneficial to them as young men? But let me know what you think, and be on the lookout for more videos. All right, everybody. Peace.